Hello everyone, my name is DustInLint and welcome back to some more Oxygen Not Included, where we will get started here again, where we were in the process of last time getting our washroom set up here. Does this count as a washroom now? It does count as a latrine. That's cool. I'm glad that I'm starting to get these things set up now where a latrine is a latrine. A medbay is a medbay. Eventually, a eating area will be an eating area. Etc. etc. Is that gonna... No, that shouldn't cause problems there. I would think. There we are. Okay, so... what are my goals for today? I'd like to set this up as a coal generator room, which means that I will have to have, or that I should have pressure management first, so that way I can keep bad air out of here, ideally. And hey, I don't need any of these ladders anymore. Cool. I like that a whole lot. And do I just need to hook that up to power? Is that the... that's the only thing left? Well, and plumbing, of course, to the inlets for that. But still, other than that, that's more or less all that we need. Which, I like the idea of that a whole lot. No, not like that. Go down like so. And then we need the inlet. We need the inlet as well. Inlet. 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 And that should constitute a functioning base. Should. It's a lot of polluted oxygen right down there already, which I'm not a huge fan of. Get me wrong. So if someone could sweep up that little bit of algae, that would be awesome. Still waiting on that dedicated cook, which hopefully will happen sooner rather than later. In the meantime, though, we can get the process of certain things going on here. Like... Now, people are not going to be happy about being underwater here for such a long time. But hopefully not for too much longer. Ideally. And my thinking here is that... actually, you know what? Cancel that. What I would like to have here is a storage container that is just for coal right here. That way we're saving some time management type things. So you will be just coal at a priority 6. Oh, and we finished pressure management. That is actually fantastic news. That should be there, not there. And pretty soon here, we're gonna have the setup here that I would like, which is this being like the power for just... oh, why are you sleeping down there? Oh, right, because you're narcoleptic. That's why you're sleeping down there. Not because you want to, because sometimes you can't help it. Where this will more or less just be power for, I think, maybe our research station and our micromusher. And then this can power up everything else, ideally. So that means I should also have some batteries in here as well, which I will set up like, I don't know. Well, I should probably place that with a manual airlock. So, like, if someone could... I guess only Lurin can deconstruct things? Probably only Lurin can deconstruct things, I would imagine. There we go. So manual airlock at a priority 6. And now we can also start thinking about air tiles through the rest of the base here as well. Because now we do have airflow tiles, which is pretty darn cool in my opinion. And that thing's like full of coal already. I did not realize we had as much as we did. Also, the fact that we have trapped some coal underneath here, I am not super pleased with the fact that I somehow managed to do that. Oh, and this could be reassigned to, like, raw mineral? Raw mineral. There we go. That looks good. And, okay, so power. How are we going to hook this up? Power. We need batteries. So, like, maybe 1, 2, 3. 3 batteries I think should be fine for this setup here. And then, again, trying to figure this out here, how I want to set this up. This will power up the main systems, like the pump, and other than that, I would like... And they still haven't gone around to finishing up those last few things up there, eh? Be nice if that could get finished sooner rather than later, but hey, stress is at an all-time low. Immune systems are at an all-time high. Oxygen's not great down here. Could be worse. Research. What would I like to research next? Probably either filtration or air systems. Probably one of those two. Agriculture wouldn't be a bad idea as well, so that way we can have refrigerated food. I think that would not be a bad idea. I guess, you know what? We could probably have our massage table in here. I don't think that counts as a industrial building, right? Furniture? Massage table. There we go. Massage table in here. With some more wires hooked up to that bad boy. You know what? Yeah, massage tables can be hooked up to this power grid as well, I feel. Which reminds me... Okay, what systems do I want hooked up to what? I probably want the algae deoxidizers hooked up to the coal power. So I want those pumping as often as possible. Not necessarily dedicated to her running on a hamster wheel all day power. And really, you haven't quite pulled that last wire, eh? There we go. Now we have functioning plumbing. Content's empty. Is it just because it hasn't gone there yet and that's why? Or why can it not reach? Or is it that it only will require... Oh! Are you actually kidding me, though? Because they hadn't quite built the last little bit there yet. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. So we're researching right now, which is fine. Food has decayed again, yeah. That's gonna be a problem for a little while. Hopefully that doesn't fill up too fast. Because I would much rather there not be the issue of Okay, wait. Water bottler. Water... Or, bottle emptier. Yes. We will have a bottle emptier there, along with a tile underneath it, where we will dump any more piss water down there, for lack of a better term. And why are we not getting around to this, I wonder? Probably because our people apparently feel it's much more prudent to build other things. So, yeah, so they're eating bad food right now. Oh, we almost have another duplicate ready. Looking forward to that. So is this still a med bay? It's still a med bay. Okay, so we can deconstruct some stuff here. Like, we don't need that anymore, and we don't need the wires going over to there anymore. Now, or mess hall. At least one table and no industrial tiles. That is fantastic. So right now we plan on having about 5 people. We'll plan for that. So food? No. Furniture. Furniture. I meant to click on furniture. So we would like to have, ideally, sort of like, bigger sculptures. Only one. Food is decaying at an alarming rate. Still no one good at cooking. Mimic. You are pretty hot trash. You are also not great, but not terrible. You're good for carrying things, which is tempting. But at the same time, we just need to keep room open for yeah, I like the look of that. That looks fine to me. And now, ideally, let's make that like 15%. And then, ideally, what I would like to have going on in there as well is like maybe a canvas over each one of you. It's going to take a while to get them all built, but I have faith that we can get that done. I think we'll also need to have the refrigerator up there as well, once we do research that, which I don't think we have quite done that yet. He says as we finish that up. Uses polluted water. Okay. Polluted water goes in there. So we have some good things on the go here. No. Do not do that quite yet. Power. It's going to take a little while for me to figure out how to exactly hook this up. Because I would still like this hooked up to this power system. I don't need the micro musher hooked up to this system, I don't think. At least I feel as though I don't need it hooked up to that system. So I want that, and that hooked up. Which means I need to... Okay, how do wire bridges work? That's how wire bridges work, eh? Okay. I think I see what I have to do here. So I think what I have to do here is, and it's gonna look pretty darn janky, not gonna lie. I'm gonna have like a wire bridge here. Gonna reroute this power, like, but how is that gonna work? We'll make it work one way or another. Deconstruct that little bit of wiring here. That could be it at 5. And then, okay. So we have that hooked up like that. We then do another wire bridge to... How do I rotate again? Oh, so rotate. Like so. Like that. So like... do. And then we don't need this hooked up like that anymore. So we're gonna have to temporarily disconnect some power connections here. Oh, this is gonna take a while. This is gonna be like a multi-step process here. Much to my chagrin, but you know what? We'll just cancel a whole bunch of things here. We'll get the wire bridges set up first. Then we can deconstruct that wire. Power. Rebuild that one at like so. Deconstruct that wire. Power, or rehook it up like so. Deconstruct those wires. Okay. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty thinking of this. Okay, now wires. Hopefully we can reach this to build it. Looks as though we might need some ladders to reach some of those. We'll see. Maybe like that. That. We'll see. Wires. Like that to there. I like the look of that. I think that's leading to some progress. And yes, we're going to be able to see the wire bridge there, which looks hideous. Prioritize. Why are these not getting built? Do those need to be dug out at a higher priority? Unreachable build. So what happens if I dig that out, like so? And this also needs to be dug out? Will also need to be dug out at a 6. Okay, I think we're so close to having this working the way I want it to. This will only power up these, which will... Okay, but I also need to work on air systems? Yeah, because we need to get rid of the carbon that's going to be building up down here, ideally. Because right now there's not a whole lot of oxygen or any of that other stuff that I would like to have in there normally. And right now we have a fairly well balanced out system here. Lots of oxygen where we want oxygen. Sure, there's not really like any oxygen whatsoever down here, but we can work on that. And yes, we have some loose wires hanging around. That's also fine. We can work on that eventually. Is this considered? That is considered a mess hall. I like that a whole lot. I would like a refrigerator right at the entrance. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of having it right at the entrance, but that's where it's gonna be. And then maybe also the refrigerator hooked up there. And what do we want in the refrigerator? Ideally, I have like maybe 2 refrigerators actually. One for up here with cooked things. So things like barbecue, fried mushroom, lice loaf, mush bars, mush fry, nutrient bar, pepper bread, pickled meal, stuffed berry. Sure, that looks good to me. And then we will build one more unrefrigerated food. Yep, that's going to be happening a lot for the first little bit here. And then I guess we'll need another wire bridge here too, eh? That's unfortunate. Power. We will need a wire bridge here. Much to my chagrin, but hey, at least it's actually in the tiles this time around. And we finished some more research. Now, what do I want here? I want... What? Bristleberry? Sure. Bristleberry. Meal lice. We'll make this a 6. Meat. Muck root. Mushrooms. And... Sure, that. That as well. Do I have the wire bridge should be at a 6 as well? Not gonna lie. Ah, yes, this isn't gonna be able to hold nearly the same amount of stuff as a... Ooh, things are getting a little framey here, actually, surprisingly enough. I don't know what's causing that to happen, but that's fine. And yes, I do realize we also have, like, nothing in here. That, again, things that should be handled once we have carbon skimmer. We should get a carbon skimmer set up here. I would also like to choose some more research before we go too much further. Like, maybe filtration would be good to have. Liquid shutoff. I like the idea of that, but we also need to get into automation eventually, which takes a little while. Deodorizer, healthcare. There's a lot of things we should and need to get. That's in a small amount of gas and reservoir pipes and small amount of liquid in the reservoir pipes. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Fossil fuels. Again, things I would like to get into eventually. But for now, That will be what we go for first and foremost. Should be at a 6. There we go. That way we're actually pumping things where we need to pump them. What do we have in there right now? Obviously none of that. Meal lice, we have some of that in there. In fact, you know what? Put that down to a 5. I just want to see how fast this gets filled up here. It's filled up pretty darn fast. So we would almost need another refrigerator to take care of that situation. Not to mention our batteries are... I think they are actually generating power. Maybe? They are very slowly generating power, which is acceptable for me. That is acceptable. If some more food decomposes in our ration box, sure, it's not great, but not the end of the world, I would say. And slowly but surely we are getting a good base. Now, what would I like to maybe do next? Maybe I would like to have individual rooms for people, which that would be a barrack, right? Barrack. 1 bed, no industrial machinery, and it has to be at least 12 tiles. Wow, I'm so good at researching, unlike in real life. I don't see why we shouldn't just go through the tech tree, like, other than the fact that we skipped to agriculture, why we shouldn't go through the tech tree, like, as is normally. And you know what? I should really change this to, like, when it gets down to 25%. Otherwise, we could run into problems a little bit more often than I would like to admit. So yes, barracks. Which means we will need ladders. Decor plus 10%, decor plus 20%. Now we'll just go with regular granite, why not? And then we'll also get started with 1, 2, 3, 4. Dig this all out. Like so. And we're building into some potentially great things here. Actually, you know what? We probably don't even need to dig all that out, if I'm being 100% honest. But we have another duplicate available. Let's see here. New duplicants and 2 at cooking. And they're slow learners, so they wouldn't even get better at cooking. It hurts me to do this, because we've had so many, like, potentially other good duplicants to have, but none that meet my specific requirements. So what do we unlock there? Filtration? Food is decayed, yep. Makes sense again. Yep, still makes sense. Yeah, so we got some filtration stuff going. Research. Force refinement. Yes, that's also something I should look into. People are relatively not stressed now. Getting research done like crazy. For if that is dealt with there. Piss pit is filling up, but not at an alarming rate, so that's something that doesn't need to be dealt with right away, I feel. So now, let's see here. What would I like to have? Probably... Okay, so... if a room needs to be 4x4, that would be... or... minimum 12 spaces. That'd be what? 4, 8, 12. 3... big that way. So that would leave us with what? You know, I think 12 spaces is fine. But then that's like that. 1, 2, 3. Go like that. 1, 2, 3. Go like that. 1, 2, 3. Go like that. 1, 2, 3. That's a little awkward of a space. You know what? We actually don't even need to do that, which is going to make this look a little funky. Not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie one bit. It's gonna look a little funky. We finished more research. Oh, I am a research god. Oh, not to mention the fact that I skipped automatic control, apparently, which I didn't realize I did. Oh, I'm a silly person sometimes, not gonna lie. Tiles. Like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. I see how this is coming along here. And this will be the last day before we call it a night. Is there enough room? There is enough room for a sculpture in each room, which, depending on the quality of the sculpture, could actually be really nice. I think better than a blank canvas even, if I'm not mistaken, right? +5 to... Well, they're both +5 to core. So it wouldn't, either way wouldn't be terrible. Cots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can repurpose this room into something else now. Wait, did I make this? I didn't make that one tile. I'm an idiot. Okay. Deconstruct that. Cancel. Cancel. I am a slight idiot. Not a major idiot. Just a slight idiot. Because had I realized that, what I had done there, I would have realized, hey, maybe we actually do have enough room here for a painting up above. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, we do have enough room for canvas now up above. So then that also means I need a temporary ladder to reach the rest of the roofs. I think that should work, right? That should work. Anyways, that'll do it for the episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. If you made it to this point in the video, feel free to support in the form of a like. It helps me out a lot and shows that you want to continue to watch this series. And if you want to see more content like this, you can always subscribe to my channel to be notified whenever I upload any new content, whether it's of this or of any other kind. And until next time, as always, everyone, have a good one, and I'll see you next time in Oxygen Not Included. Until then, have a good one, and I will talk to you all some other time. Bye for now.